Hey everyone, welcome back with a new lecture with Accredited Laboratory. Today's lecture will be around one question that I received from the live videos. And nowadays I have some live classes to explain or to receive any question from anyone in English or Arabic. And after that, I will find the most important questions during these live classes and I will explain in details. In the previous lecture, he asked me about malachite green extraction method. During the development stage, you should start with literature review and find out what the researchers did before to analyze the same target analytes in the same matrix. And also you should study the chemical structure for your compounds. From all of this, you will find out the method which is fit for purpose. Not the best method in the world, but method which is fit for purpose. What does it mean fit for purpose? Fit to extract your target analytes from the required matrix and using the whatever instrument you have inside the lab. You may be able or have a budget to get another instrument which is highly sensitive. In this case, you will not have any problem. But if you have already an instrument inside the lab and you cannot get another instrument, so based on this instrument you will start your literature review. As example, if you will analyze malachite green using HPLC UV, which is in your lab, so you will search about the methods can be analyzed or can extract the malachite green from the matrix using LC UV. But if you can get LC mass, that will be much better, sensitivity is higher. So in this case, you will search for the method relating to your instrument. So based on the budget, also very important to start your literature review. So you have literature review, you have this chemical structure for your compounds, and you have the budget relating to the instrument and the chemicals that you can get. He already did the development and he did the literature review and the chemical structure study, and then he found that malachite green can be extracted from the fish by this method. 2 grams from the sample plus acetonitrile 100%, 10 ml acetonitrile 100% without any addition of formic acid or acetic acid or buffer or anything else. Then he will vortex and add catchers. Then again vortex and centrifuge. Centrifuge for 10 minutes. And then the time, you can determine that time based on whatever your trial, and also the speed RPM also you can determine this. And after that, after centrifuge, he transfer the supernatant to SBD tube, to SBE, solid phase extraction C18 tube, containing some compounds which can be fit to make cleanup for that used for cleanup of any interferences inside the sample. And after that, he did again vortex and centrifuge. Then he transferred direct from this tube to the HPLC vial using syringe filter. But he couldn't get good recovery. That's why he asked me, how can I optimize this method to find out the best recovery? Then I gave him some solutions, and these solutions can be fit or not. So during the development stage, you will try many things until you will get the optimum recovery, or we can say the accepted recovery according to the guideline you use. So I told him to use at the beginning the extraction solvent, make it acetonitrile plus 0.1% formic acid or acetic acid, that will increase ionization on LC mass. And also another point which is very important, fish samples or tissue samples contain more fats. So you need to remove these fats or reduce the amount of fat in the sample. So what you can do in this case, you can start 2 gram sample plus 2 ml hexane. 2 ml hexane. Hexane is a nonpolar and fat nonpolar. So nonpolar like nonpolar, it will extract, you will make vortex and centrifuge, and whatever there in the supernatant you will throw from the tube. This is the hexane layer, which is nonpolar layer that you will throw after centrifuge, throw out. Then after that, you can add your extraction solvent, acetonitrile. I said better to use 8 ml. In this case, he can use also 10 ml, 8 ml acetonitrile plus 0.1% formic acid. So that was one of the solutions. And another one who was in the live also, he said better to use in this case acetonitrile acetone. Acetonitrile acetone 9 to 1, 90% acetonitrile, 10% acetone. So you can do this just for trial, and if you got a good result, that will be okay. So that was the first solution. The second solution was, at the beginning you will add 2 gram sample plus hexane, and then you will make vortex and centrifuge, and you will throw out the hexane layer. Then you will add acetonitrile 0.1% formic acid. Then you will add catchers and vortex centrifuge. Then you want to make cleanup for your interferences, and most of your interferences are fats. So better to have SCBD tube, solid phase dispersion tube, lipid removal, specific for lipid removal. If you can get just for trial also. I am not sure 100% by the solution or what will happen in the result at the end, but that's many trial during the development stage. So one of the steps also to use SCBD tube instead of SPE, solid phase extraction C18, or it's okay, you can continue by this one if SCBD tube lipid removal did not affect on the recovery results. Another point which was very important, using evaporation in this method. First, 2 gram sample plus 2 ml hexane, and that step, as I said, if it affects, you can continue using 2 ml hexane. If it did not affect, stop using hexane. After that, throw out, after vortex and centrifuge, throw out the layer, and then add acetonitrile. This is your extraction solvent, acetonitrile plus 0.1% formic acid. Then catchers and vortex centrifuge again. Then transfer the supernatant. Transfer to SCBD solid phase dispersion tube. And from this also you will make again vortex centrifuge. Here acetonitrile you will add 8 ml acetonitrile 0.1% formic acid, vortex centrifuge in this case, and transfer this to glass tube for evaporation. Transfer how much? Transfer 4 ml. 4 ml should be transferred to the glass tube, and then evaporate. After evaporation, you need to reconstitute the residue using methanol or acetonitrile, or better to use mobile phase. Whatever mobile phase you decide to use, or he decided already to use after his development, he can reconstitute using the mobile phase, so it will be the last layer that will be run on the instrument. And after reconstitute the residue, he will add 2 ml So now we should determine also or calculate the dilution factor. You add 2 gram sample and you add 8 ml, that will not be calculated in the dilution factor, and then you take 4 ml, that will be calculated, and then reconstitute for evaporation, evaporated completely, and then you reconstitute the residue using 2 ml from the mobile phase. So dilution factor in this case will be equal to 8 ml acetonitrile. You add 8 ml from the extraction solvent on 2 gram. This is easy way to calculate the dilution factor. You add 8 ml to the 2 gram sample. So 8 ml divided by 2 gram. Multiply 2. You take 4 ml from the sample. Then you reconstitute the residue using 2 ml. So that in this case, it will be 4 here and half, so it will be 2. Dilution factor will be 2, and that's better. Evaporation always better to reduce the dilution factor. So the method now became like this. He can try and find out the result, and inshallah in the next live video, live class, he will explain to me what happened with him. He will follow the steps, and this is the best way to get the optimum results and acceptance, recovery, or accurate results. You should follow the steps. After you did your research and find out what they did to analyze these target analytes, and you calculate your budget, you prepared your instrument, you prepared everything, then in this case, after that, you should follow some steps. You will start by whatever you found in the research, and after that you will try to modify to get the optimum results inside your lab, and this is the best way for development. That was the end of my lecture for today, and we have already now live classes, as I said before, maybe 2 or 3 times per week based on the time, and these live classes very useful. Not only for you, but also for me, because I will revise some informations and I will learn many things. If I also did not know the solution or the answer for your question, I will learn to give you the answer. So this is very important. And from live classes also, some people asked me to prepare specific lectures for specific subjects, and that will help me also to prepare some more subjects in the channel. So please like, share, and subscribe my videos, and if you can, leave a comment under whatever video you found useful for you, and if you have time, you can come to our live classes. Thank you, and see you in the next lecture.